Hello, everyone, and now welcome. Well, hey, why isn't this showing up? There you go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 2 in the series between Happy and Hawk. Game 2 taking place here on Echo Isle, a map that is generally favored by the human players. I am wondering what is gonna be going down in this particular matchup, as we see Happy spawning as the blue Undead on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hawk has spawned as the light blue human. Really strong showing from Hawk and Happy in game number 1. Happy currently taking a 1-0 lead in this series as we now move into game number 2. Hawk is going to be opening up, trying to grab this Mountain King and perhaps trying to get him to a higher level. He will be going up against a Death Knight. No surprise there, as this map is very easy for human players to set up an expansion down over here and then really abuse that mercenary camp. Mountain King going straight for the Ogre Warrior creep camp instead of the mercenary camp down at the 9 o'clock position, as the Death Knight going to be getting into position in just a moment. Meanwhile, Mountain King sitting at level 3, going to finish off this 3-3-3 creep camp. He is going to be shy of level 2 in just a moment, as the Death Knight tries to come over, land a Death Coil, and says, you know what, I just can't do it. Back across over here, Troll Shadow Priest was in fact able to be stolen by Happy, as Happy now brings over 2 skeletal minions in order to do a bit of damage. There is 1 scout tower in position ready to go and be upgraded if necessary. One of the ways to conserve your lumber during the early stages of the game is by to have that scout tower, and then if you feel that your opponent is going to be pressuring, then trying to transition and upgrading it. Alright, Skeletal Minions, Troll Shadow Priest, Death Knight, Footman are all ready to engage. The Troll Shadow Priest is just currently on a bit of a run, as the Mountain King could in fact get a Stormbolt off onto that Troll Shadow Priest if he was just fast enough. No boots of speed, he must have blisters on his feet trying to catch up, as the Footman and the remaining units are still engaging here. Now, Happy was doing exactly what he wanted to do. He was buying himself time with a smaller force, essentially the hero and some skeletal minions and 1 Troll Shadow Priest was buying time away from that Mountain King to do any serious creeping. Now this Forest Troll Trapper is going to get taken down here. The Death Knight now going to be making its way over. Mountain King is in position. Death Knight does steal a little bit of experience right there, but will not be able to steal this one here, as the Mountain King knows the cooldown on that Death Knight. Mountain King now heading back off to the north here. Death Knight now wandering around still. Are we going to perhaps see skeletal minions come down here, and Happy decides to back away? He does not want them to, well, he does not want them to engage straight up. Meanwhile, we are looking at a scout tower and eventual arcane tower to be upgraded here. Skeletal minions trying to put their pressure, trying to run inside here, not going to get very far, I do not believe. 1 peasant jumps inside the mine, going to be backing back out. Mountain King could easily get off some easy kills there, as the Death Knight looking to get off some death coils. Happy does not seem very successful in trying to take down or shut down this expansion attempt. Peasant down to 24 hit points, and where's it going to go? Head back out, as we see the Forest Troll Shadow Priest will be able to get away. Now this Death Knight needs to be careful. If the Death Knight is not careful, he will get storm bolted and potentially surrounded, and that's exactly what happened there. Death Knight now in serious trouble as he tries to finish off some of these units. Alright, Skeletal Minion heading back out here. Will that peasant make it? Wait, no. Death Knight ends up falling as the Mountain King sits at level 2. And now it looks as though some skeletal minions will get taken down there. Only 1 or 2 peasants were lost. Death Knight getting resurrected back home. Death Knight does resurrect fairly quickly at level 1, as we already see the upgrade to Black Citadel. Undead sitting at level 1 as his hero is getting resurrected. Meanwhile, back down across over here, Mountain King will get to level 3. And when he picks up, not even if, I believe he's going to be purchasing those boots of speed in just a moment, it is going to be that much harder to run away from that Mountain King, who is able to land a Stormbolt. And then you have to really consider how far the unit is going to be going, or how close you push with your particular target, as the Mountain King now heads over here to the top right. Very smart play by Happy. He is already upgrading the Black Citadel as he knows that the Mountain King's level 2 Stormbolt can in fact one-shot an Acolyte. Down across over here, Mountain King running off to the north. Excuse me. Mountain King running off to the north. Footman now heading back up there as well. Death Knight already at level 2. Does have a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Death Knight picks up a Circlet of Nobility as the Mountain King does want to steal a bit of experience. What is the second hero going to be? I'll keep just now getting started as the Mountain King could easily finish off that Forest Troll Shadow Priest if it actually just got into position. All right, there's a Stormbolt there, and the Crypt Fiend does its best to try and get within or body block, but unable to do so as the Footman now taking a little bit of damage as well. No Arcane Vault as of yet, so healing is going to be hindered. 41 over 48 supply. Yes, double the amount of gold, but with the Lich about to come on out, we could perhaps even see the Panda being added as well. If that is going to be the case, that is going to really slow things down as the Mountain King is going to try and finish off this Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, Footman down across over here. You can see Skeletal Minions now heading back here as well. Mountain King, for some reason, how is he going to be able to get out of this situation? Staff of Teleportation, of course, as he teleports back down. There you have it. Mountain King is in position there. Takes a Frost Nova. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight as the units are now in a massive run. All right, one ensnared Footman. Two ensnared Footmen now able to slip back out as the Lich is back out on the field. Still does not have that Orb of Corruption. I am a bit surprised about that. The Lich should be heading back to that shop to pick up that item in just a bit. Claws of Attack +6. Gonna be left behind perhaps for that Lich. There you go. Still does not have an Orb of Corruption. Clarity Potion and Scroll of Regeneration now being used. And the Footman will be healing back up pretty much to full, but they are going to accidentally come across the Death Knight here. Death Coils could be coming abound. There's a Stormbolt, and the Surround already quickly coming in, but the Crypt Fiend able to get into a good position and allow for easy escape. Wow, Mountain King with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, going to be going after some Crypt Fiends. You can see another Stormbolt coming in there as that Mountain King does need to back off. Yes, he does have a Clarity Potion, but that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability or Invulnerability going to be coming to an end, and that Clarity Potion still needs some time to get back that full effect. All right, Mountain King trying to heal back up. This is very risky by Hawk. He cannot really look to engage here. Low hit point Mountain King. Mountain King going to get attacked, and there it goes, taken down. Not quite sure what Hawk was thinking, but he is probably thinking now that he wish he didn't do that. Death Knight up to level 3. Panda at 1. Lich is at 2. As Happy is going to be using this time to just try and put pressure on that Mountain King. Mountain King is currently at half life, is using a Clarity Potion, but has no easy way of trying to heal. Dark Ritual being used as well. You can see Obsidian Statue coming in as the Footmen are out now looking to run away. Death Knight now heading back off to the north. It looked like there was a replenishment potion as the Death Knight is going to be healing back up. Where is that Orb of Corruption? Could be picking that up right now as the Lich and the Panda are heading back down across over here. All right, off to the races, so to speak. Everyone just running around. Death Knight now finally has that Orb of Corruption. We'll be giving that to the Lich in just a moment. Plus 11 damage, plus that -5 armor is going to be a very big deal. Death Knight nearly maxed out on mana and could really start nuking down some of his opponent's heroes. Mountain King sitting at level 3. Hawk is in serious trouble, but he is going to be building double Griffin Aviaries for what appears to be Griffins. All right, Griffins are incredibly strong, but, well, you see there are Crypt Fiends already down out on the field, and the Destroyers are already out on the field as well. They are immune to any sort of magic damage, as we now see the Crypt Fiend trying to get away. All right, Crypt Fiend gonna be able to back off here. The Renegade Wizard and Kobold Geomancer is all that is left. Destroyer flying overhead takes a little bit of piercing damage there as the Paladin and Mountain King off working together once again. 47 over 48 compared to 46 over 60. 49 now, so pretty much at no upkeep. We can see that, well, what is happening right now, the destroyer is going to be ready to go, I believe. Yes, we are now at higher upkeep there as the Panda, breath of fire right there, all the repairing coming in. Panda taking a lot of damage here, not going to have any more breath of fires here, but going straight after the guard towers, not even bothering with the arcane tower first, perhaps not really worrying about that mana. Now, Hawk is, what is he doing? He is now trying to play a game of bases. He's saying, you know what, I'll gladly trade you my expansion for your main base, and that's exactly what's happening. Mountain King coming in, storm bolting all across. The Crypt Fiends and the Destroyers are now trying to finish off this Town Hall. It needs to finish off this Town Hall as the units are all now in the backfield again. Happy sitting at 51 over 60. Really not minding right now as another Acolyte going to get taken down. Mountain King still has a Scroll of Town Portal, I believe. Yes, he does, using that Clarity Potion in the back. Can land another Stormbolt here in just a moment. Footman absorbing a bit of damage. As we see the Mountain King in position here, finally getting another Stormbolt down onto that Acolyte. Expansion here has been taken out. Death Knight does have a Scroll of Town Portal, deciding not to use it, and is comfortable letting the human player just walk around inside his base. Acolytes being brought over. Dragonhawk Riders now here as well. They are upgraded with Animal War Training as a Scroll of Town Portal quickly comes down. All right, Dragonhawk Riders. A couple of Dragonhawk Riders quickly get webbed as the Paladin falls at level 1. But a lot of Acolytes were taken down. 6,500 gold compared to 5,900 gold. A difference of about a minute now in terms of overall mining, even before you consider the expansions. Dragonhawk Rider, Mountain King. Mountain King going to be picking up that Manual of Health, most likely up to 975. There you go. Mountain King just shy of level 4. And the Dragonhawk Riders, yes, they are able to deal a little bit of damage. A little bit of piercing damage, but I'm not quite sure if I quite agree with this, as we now see the Destroyers are overhead as well. Finishing off all the Forest Troll Trappers. Happy is in a fairly good spot. Death Knight now looking to finish here as we see a Staff of Teleportation come across here. All right, Death Coil. Death Knight able to finish it here. We can see a little bit of long distance mining as all of those peasants going to be mining back once again. Double Griffin Rider sitting at 2-0 upgrades as there is that walk of shame. Both sides trying to get into position and have a better economy and the better army. Lich is at 3. Panda is at 2. Panda should be able to get to 3 after this Renegade Wizard falls. And the remaining Kobold Geomancers. There's level 4 on the Death Knight. Level 3 on the Panda coming in just a second. There you go. There goes that Dark Wizard as the Panda gives the Claws of Attack to the Lich for a minimum of plus 29 damage. 57 damage to, what is that? 57 damage to 63. That is a crazy amount of damage to be had by that Lich, who is normally not an auto attack based hero. All right, Ring of Protection now being left behind for that Panda. Death Knight could possibly use that as well, both of them. High strength hit points, but having armor, just a little bit of armor, can make a very big difference. All right. Death Knight with a Ring of Regeneration. Excuse me, Paladin with a Ring of Regeneration. Death Knight off with the Circuit of Nobility here. Happy still has a decent sized army, but Hawk has the economic advantage here. Hawk is currently sitting on 55 over 72. He will be mining off of 2 bases here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Happy is using this time to clear out creep camps while he is not currently in upkeep, allowing him to grab more gold back home. Gargantuan Sea Turtle now taken down. Lich sitting at 4. Death Knight sitting at 4. Panda sitting at 3. Going to be making our way back across over here. There is a lot of Dragonhawk Riders. They are upgraded 2-0. And we'll see what's going to be happening next here. 59 over 84 compared to what I gotta believe Happy is now. No, still has not gone into low upkeep. Still trying to mine out a little bit fairly here, as we can see that the Lich is going to be ready to engage. All right, Lich, Panda now ready to engage. There are only 2 guard towers here. There is no Crypt Fiends here. So, wow, this is a rather dangerous spot to be, as the attacks are going to be coming in rather quickly. All right, let's take a look at this. A little bit of healing now coming in. Destroyers looking to finish that off. There's a Frost Nova. Panda is in position as well. Holy Light coming in as well. The Griffin's not going to be able to do very much, but they could perhaps get some damage onto some of the units, as we now see a Crypt Fiend getting a web down. There is a beautiful Breath of Fire straight up there. Another Frost Nova would change things up. Panda could perhaps get another Breath of Fire. There goes one Dragon Hawk Rider. Units are looking to try and run away. Another Dragon Hawk Rider could get taken down, as the Mountain King and the Knight now making its way over. All right, there is another Frost Nova. More attacks still coming in. Breath of Fire, Mountain King unable to survive here. Is he going to be able to slip away? It looks like he ran back into the fray. And with that Mountain King down, I do believe that the humans' chances of being able to get back into this game are dropping dramatically. Level 4 on all the undead heroes. Meanwhile, Destroyers going to town onto another Dragonhawk Rider there, as we see them now focusing down this last guard tower. 42/84, as Hawk does say GG. Happy easily takes game number 2 and the series 2-0.